This is TOS Television, your digital-first Pan-African news network. I am Abigail Okmadi, and this is Africa Now. Two explosions in the center of Uganda's capital, Kampala, killed at least 2 people, injured scores, and set several cars on fire on Tuesday, local television reports. One of the blasts happened very close to Parliament and the other near the Central Police Station. Parliament was being evacuated, NTV Uganda reports. Al-Shabaab has carried out several deadly bombings in Uganda. Kenyan authorities have placed a bounty offering of 60 million Kenyan shillings reward for information leading to the arrest of 3 armed and dangerous inmates who escaped from a prison where they were being held on terrorism-related charges. The inmates escaped from the Committee Maximum Prison on the outskirts of the capital, Nairobi, on Monday at 11 o'clock local time. The 3 are Mohammed Ali Al-Bakar, Musharraf Abdallah, and Joseph Juma Ohamdu. Mohamed Garouda, Libya's military prosecutor, has called on the electoral body to halt processing the paperwork for the presidential candidacy of Saif al-Islam Gaddafi, son of the country's former ruler Muammar Gaddafi. He also asked that the paperwork for warlord Khalifa Haftar be suspended. Garouda, in a letter to the Electoral Commission, says Saif al-Islam and Khalifa Haftar are accused of criminal acts and their presidential bids must be halted until the investigation is completed. He wants that the commission will be held responsible for consequences if the processing of the paperwork was not halted. The United Nations says it has released a total of $40 million emergency funds aimed at scaling up emergency operations in Tigray region and the rest of Ethiopia's conflict-hit north as an early response to the drought in the south of the country. A year of fighting in Ethiopia between rebels from the northern region of Tigray and government forces has cost thousands of lives, displaced more than 2 million people, and left hundreds of thousands in famine-like conditions. The Ethiopian government has released 34 of the 70 UN contracted aid drivers arrested last week, a UN spokesman disclosed. 36 others are still in detention. In a televised interview on Sunday evening, Guinea's junta leader Mamady Doumbouya says his country is intelligent enough to solve its own problems internally. This comes just days after the regional bloc ECOWAS hardened its stance against Conakry by suspending Guinea from the bloc and slapped sanctions against individual junta members and their families in retaliation for a September 5 coup that disposed President Alpha Condé. The country's new strongman, who was sworn in as interim president last month, says Condé was being treated well, but that his future will be decided by Guineans. This is your digital-first Pan-African news network, TOS Television. You're watching Africa Now. Business stories and more coming your way after the break. So stay tuned. Welcome back in business. Tunisia's government says it is committed to implementing any deals it reaches with the country's powerful UGTT union, even as the country faces a financial crisis. Last year, the government approved a plan to raise the wages of about 700,000 employees in the public sector, in addition to raising the national minimum wage. Last week, the country resumed talks with the International Monetary Fund on a loan package dedicated to liberalize the economy. Now, an international agreement to reduce coal use dragged miners' shares lower on Monday, but tight supply of the commodity provided a floor for a sector that has been chalked up huge gains this year. Big miners China Shenhua Energy and Yanzhou Coal fell 1% and 2.4% respectively in Hong Kong, where the broader stock market edged up slightly. An index of mainland-listed miners fell about 1%. Gold stocks in other regions also came under pressure. And moving away from business to judicial matters, a Kenyan High Court judge, Eric Ogola, on Monday at a hearing in the coastal city of Mombasa, found 4 Kenyan policemen guilty of manslaughter in the death of a son of a British aristocrat. Alexander Monson, 28, was found dead in a police cell in the beach town of Diani in 2012 after being arrested for smoking cannabis, according to the police, during a night out in Diani near Mombasa on Kenya's Indian Ocean coast. 2 reports by the government pathologists concluded that Monson had died after suffering a traumatic blow to the head. The Constitutional Court in the Democratic Republic of Congo on Monday ruled it was not competent to prosecute former Prime Minister Matata Ponyo Mapon, 2 others, over the alleged misappropriation of $200 million in government funds meant for an agriculture project project. Matata has denied all wrongdoings. The court says it could only try current and not former prime ministers. The ruling means Matata can now hope to return to his parliamentary role as a senator. Heavy rain and flooding in southern Egypt has left 3 people dead and more than 500 others hospitalized from scorpion stings, state-run media reported. Downpours, hails and thunder in the province of Aswan over the weekend forced scorpions from their hiding places into many houses across the province. All 503 of the hospitalized persons have been discharged after they were given antivenom doses. No deaths were reported from the scorpion stings. And that is it on Africa Now. For more updates, to visit our website at www.tostvnetwork.com. Follow us and like our social media handles on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And remember to subscribe on YouTube to stay with us and enjoy more programs on TOS Television Network. I am Abigail Okwade. Thanks for watching.